Hello, everybody. This is Anthony Crane with Pocket Coach, and I'm here to show you how to use our new app. So you can see here, Pocket Coach. It'll be available in the App Store very soon, and we will also be having it for Android shortly thereafter. So this is the app that you're looking at. So first off, the purpose of this app is to allow teams to experiment with agile techniques to try to increase their productivity, their engagement, their quality, etc. So to try to help them just be a better agile team. Normally, coaches really like to use this app. So if you're a coach, this app can help you organize your thinking and can even give you tips on how to run experiments. But honestly, any role can use this to find experiments and run them. So if we look along the bottom of the app here, you'll see there are 5 different sections. There's experiment library, where you can see a little blue icon. Next, we have role guides. After that, we have reports, profile, and settings. So let's start off with the experiment library. So as you can see here, at the very top, there's a search. So if you were looking for a specific kind of experiment, like maybe an experiment on story writing or stories, you could type in story. And oh, look, you see 4 different experiments. One for story writing, one for story refinement. Oh, it looks like it's spelled wrong. We'll get that fixed. Story and feature splitting. And then one for portfolio history capabilities. Okay, so that's not story. It just happens to have the word story in it. Anyway, so you can search for experiments if you know what you're looking for. Just below that, there is a blue thing that says My Plan. And this shows I've added 12 items to my personal plan. So yes, you can add things to your personal plan. You do that by simply checking these little green boxes that you see here. So if you uncheck a box like sprint planning, you can see it goes away. And now I only have 11. So you can add and remove things from your personal plan. You can also sort the list. There's 4 different sorters. We have a 5th one that's in development right now that will allow you to actually, in your My Plan area, drag these into any order you'd like. But we also have other sort options, which we'll show you more of in a minute. So what else? Inside of here, we have lots of different libraries. For example, team accelerators, 26 experiments to help your team become a stronger agile team. 13 experiments to help you accelerate how well you do your products and your product development. We have Scrum experiments, favorite advanced experiments. And by the way, this app is for business agility teams as much as it is for technical agility. No matter what kind of agile team you are, these experiments play in most of them. There are some that are unique for software, but those are pretty rare. So you can explore the libraries and see what kind of experiments you're excited to try. Now, the other thing, if we go back to Team Accelerators here, for example, you'll notice that on the screen itself, you see the names of the experiments. So the first one on my screen right now is Daily Stand-Up. It's listed first because of the particular sorter I'm using, but you can see it's actually level 4. So if you look at these L0 through L5, that's the level of competence you have with this type of experiment. Level 0, level 1, and level 2 is you're very new to this experiment, and you probably would like a coach to help you kind of master how to do this experiment well. Level 3, you actually have achieved this experiment, you know how it works, and you've drawn your conclusions. Perhaps you might run this experiment again in the future on your own, no problem. So green is basically competent. And another way of calling these, instead of experiments, sometimes we refer to them as skills. So in other words, you're completely skilled in the daily stand-up experiment, L3. The purple ones, L4 and L5, those are where you're starting to teach other people how to do these skills. And that's really cool because now you're giving back. The other thing is it turns this into a game of like a pyramid scheme. So in order to get 4s and 5s, you got to pull people up into the green level 3. And that means everyone's looking for help. Everyone's looking to help others. So it's a really fun way to kind of accelerate learning across an organization. If you actually click on the numbers, L0 through L5, any one of them, it actually opens up a window here, and you can see the definitions of your 5 levels: trainee, rookie, apprentice, practitioner, expert, and mastered. And then there's also a video that will explain the levels to you as well. So I won't go too deeply into that. So then the other thing is if you click on one of these, you'll actually see details for each of these skills. So you can see here, at the very top, it says show details. I have those hidden right now. Skill growth criteria. So skill growth criteria tells you what you have to do in order to execute the experiment. You have led a stand-up meeting and kept it to the 15-minute time box with respect and high energy. So that's what it would take to run the daily stand-up one. So to actually get the levels themselves, you can see there's these cards here. Level 0, you've watched a video or done some formal training, and there's even a place for you to write down, the class you took. Maybe you just watched the video, so you're like, ooh, great video. Okay. It also records the date automatically for you, but you can change that date if you need to. Observed once, this here is going to ask you what team that you observed it on. perform the skill once. What team were you in that you did this skill? And then there's lots of other little things. So you'll notice that levels 0, 1, and 2 are all kind of honor-based. But once you get to level 3, 4, or 5, you actually have to enter a code that a coach can give you in order to achieve that level. And that's to make sure that you have quality in that skill. So all the levels 0 through 5 are shown. Also, if I click on Show Details, you can see the full experiment context is shown to you. And so let me just close that keyboard there. So that's like a little bug we'll have to fix. So if I show details here, you can see there's a problem that you're trying to solve with this experiment. What is the hypothesis of the experiment? How long does the experiment last? What are the typical outcomes you can expect? And of course, still the skill growth criteria. So when you hide details, it always shows skill growth criteria because that's the most important thing to kind of take away. The details here are less important unless you're really confused about the experiment. So you can also previous and next, go to different experiments, etc. I'm going to go back to the main menu here. So here we have some of these have a video icon, so you can see first experiment has a little video camera here. Time box working agreement has a working Shuhari. So if you click on one of these, you'll notice there's actually a video embedded in level 1, actually level 0. And if you want to, you can play that video. And
hello everyone. Luck morning. Okay.
See if I can get that to go. There we go. And then you can play the video.
Walking down your sprint review will help you figure out
all about that particular skill. Notice also there's a little info button. If you click those, it'll give you some more guidance on the level or the piece of the level that you're trying to achieve. So there's some help built into the app as well. So in the end, your goal is to find experiments to run and to keep trying at them until you get to the green. Or if you want to help others run experiments, to the purple. Okay. You'll notice also on the top right, there's a score. My score right now is 6,537. In the last 90 days, I'm 5,121. That is, the score is just for fun so that you can compete with your friends about who's gotten the best growth in the last, 3 months or whatever. Do not reward this system. If you do, people will then just, fake it and you'll lose everything. In fact, we have a video coming up on metrics and you should never reward them or punish them. If you do, you'll lose all value from that metric, and we'll teach you alternatives instead, but stay tuned for that video. So that's everything here in the experiments guide. Oh, sorry, there's one last thing on the top right here. This is how you change the sort order, and so we'll explain to you what those different sorts are, but you can see it's kind of sorting things as I click on them. If I go to all, there are 206 total experiments right now. We're always growing them. In one sort, you can see the actual headers. So there's a team accelerators. Here are my product accelerators, Scrum, favorite advance, etc. A different sort order is just purely alphabetical, etc. So we'll tell you more about the sort orders in a minute. Meanwhile, let's move into the role guides. So now in the role guides, this is if you want to master a specific role. So the roles available, again, are here if you click on the thing. You want to be an agilist, you want to be a servant leader, a scrum master, a product owner, a product manager, an architect, developer, etc. So you can see all of these. And down here on the bottom, a save coach. 99 skills for a save coach. That's the big papa here, or big mama, whatever you're into. So if you want to be, say, a scrum master, there are 7 skills. So if I click on this, it shows me the 7 skills. And then there are some additional skills that are advanced, but they aren't needed. So if you look here, right now it says my scrum master is level 2, level 4. And if I'm going to do something here. I'm going to go to the sprint planning, and I'm going to turn off some of my levels just for this demo. Okay, back. Okay, nope, still level 2, level 4. Let me try another one. And level 2, level 4. And turning off some items here just for the demo. Okay, now it says level 1, level 4. Okay, so imagine I'm a scrum master. It says L1, L4. That L1, the first number, is what level you are as a Scrum Master overall. And the more skills that you grow in the Scrum Master set, the higher your overall Scrum Master level will get. Level 4 indicates your highest individual skill. So notice in the daily stand-up currently showing, I'm at level 4. That's why it's L1, L4. Because I do, even though I'm not even level 2 yet as a Scrum Master because I don't have enough breadth of experience, I do have level 4 skill in at least one item. And so this shows you both your overall level and your highest individual skill and the total points in this role as well, 1,032. For example, if I switch to Product Owner, here I'm level 1, level 5 as a Product Owner. Because of Product Roadmap, I've done a lot of product road mapping. Okay, now the other cool thing if I go back to Scrum Master, is it tells you what you need for your next level. So next level is level 2. Remember, level 1 is the real level. Level 4 is your max skill. So level 2 is the next level. And it says I have one of 2 criteria to get to that level. And then in parentheses next to that, it even tells you what specific thing you have to do. According to this, I need one more level 2 Scrum Master skill. If I could just get one skill up to level 2, I would advance to level 2 as a Scrum Master. Okay, so let's imagine then that I do sprint planning, okay? And I watch the video, or I take formal training, and I type in the class I take. I actually see a team do it, and then I start doing start doing sprint planning for my own team. So that brings me up to level 2. Let's go back. And now if you notice, it says I'm L2, L4 instead of L1, L4. And then it says my next level is level 3. So I can actually get to level 3 Scrum Master, but I have 3 things I need. I've already achieved one of them, by the way, but I need 2 level 3 Scrum Master skills in order to get the rest of the way. So what this role guide does is it allows you to pick a role that you want to specialize in and then guides you into what kinds of things you might want to grow. By the way, notice that there's an Agilist role here in the drop-down with 30 skills, but also notice the Agilist appears here at the Scrum Master panel if I click on this button on the right. So there's a role, there's Agilist. Why? Because every role needs to grow the Agilist fundamentals 30. So you need to make sure that you're going high on your Agilist. Sometimes some of these roles will tell you if you don't grow your Agilist skill, you can't go any further in the sub-role that you've picked here. So just keep that in mind. So that's it. Those are the role guides. Next up, we have our reports. With the reports, this actually shows you over any period of time how much you've grown. So you can see here, it defaults to the month. So here's March 19th to April 19th, but you can put in any dates you want. In the last month, you can see that for mob time, I was level 3 and I fell back to level 1. That's probably not normally going to happen. It's just because we're testing so many different things here. But here for product backlog, for example, I was level 0 at the beginning of the month, and I made it all the way to level 2 in that same month. When I said level 3 up here, but I meant level 2. So as you can see, it shows you in 2 lines what you were at the beginning of that period and where you landed at the end of that period. And so this is a nice way to kind of just see what you're growing. We're going to have a lot more reports soon, but for now, this is our one report we are debuting with. For the profile, you can put in your name. So you can see this is Anthony. I can put in my last name, Crane. And now when you do that, you can see at the top of the screen, it shows me my name, also senior coach and shadow coach. These are different coaching modes, and you have to be given a code to get those turned on. If you try to turn one on, it'll say, hey, you need a code for that. And then once you have that, you'll be able to generate codes to allow other people to get to levels 3, 4, and 5 because you've actually become a trusted coach now. So next up, we have the settings. So for settings, here it's quite basic. We're going to add more settings as we grow. But for now, you have a tutorial, which is what you're watching right now. This is the old video you're seeing in the background. We'll be replacing that with a new. And then up here is your sort order. So you can change the sort order by hitting that little sort icon. Remember on the top right corner here in blue, the up-down arrow. You can change the sort order by tapping that, but if you want to know what the sort orders are or pick a specific one, they're listed here. So recommended order that's going to show you the stuff in the order we normally see people trying to grow in. It's our recommended for a generic team. You could say, oh, show me the things on my plan first, and then by my level, so the highest level things are at the top, and then alphabetical within that. Or you can just say my plan alphabetical, or straight up alphabetical. And don't forget, we're coming up with a 5th one, which will be the manual sort. And with the manual sort, you'll be able to drag and drop things into the order that you like, and you can toggle between those. So that is about it. You've seen all 5 of our panels. There's still a lot of room for growth in our app. Again, our purpose is to help people find experiments to run, watching these videos, reading the skill guide, the skill growth criteria, and we hope you get a lot of value out of this app. So please download it if you're excited or interested in it, and we will see you next time. And just to doing a very cheap price to start off with because we just want people to get into it. But eventually, if this takes off, you can expect the prices to go up because there is a lot of intellectual capital in here. So jump on it now before it's too late to get the good, easy, low prices, and hopefully that'll work out for both of us. So thank you very much for watching this video, and we'll see you on the next time.